Hey, I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today in my tap video, I am doing 2 different exercises to help you with even tones with your tap and maintain your rhythm. So let's get to it. All right, so when you're tapping, it is really important to stay even. You don't want to rush. You don't want to rush ahead of the rhythm. You don't want to slow down. These 2 exercises will really help show you if you are going too slow, if you are not clear in your sounds, if you are uneven on one side or the other, and maybe that is what's slowing you down or speeding you up. So let's get to this. We're going to start with our right, and we're going to start with a flap heel and a shuffle ball change. Then we're going to do flap heel, shuffle ball change. Now, we're going to add 2 shuffle ball changes next. So we're going to do flap heel, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Then we're going to do flap heel, 2 on this side, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Now we're going to add 3. So we're going to do from 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to keep adding. And then we're going to do it backwards from 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we're at 3. Flap heel, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Flap heel, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Now we're 4. Flap heel, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Flap heel, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change, shuffle ball change. Now we're going to go backwards now. So flap heel, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flap heel, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flap heel, now it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Flap heel, and 1, 2, and 3. Flap heel, and 2. Flap heel, and 2. Flap heel, and 1. Flap heel, shuffle ball change step. All right, so what that does is that's a very simple exercise, but it will show you if on those shuffle ball changes you have a shuffle that's not clear. If when you have a brush forward or a brush back, if there's one that's maybe a little loose or it's not clear, and that ruins, or if that messes up your rhythm, so that when you're switching to the other side, that slows down your rhythm or speeds up your rhythm if the shuffle's too slow or too fast. And then when you start doing the shuffles, it should sound like a metronome. No matter if you do 4, 3, 2, 1, counting backwards, you'll really hear it in that rhythm. Okay, so that's a really good exercise. Going on to my second one, this one's a little more difficult. It's with a traveling time step. So if you don't know what a traveling time step is, I do have a video on that. You can check that out. But starting with a traveling time step, you're going to start with your right foot, and you jump out with that leg, and it's onto a shuffle. That's a traveling time step. And in the middle of our, or at the end of the first complete traveling time step, we're going to add 4 flaps forward, and then we're going to go 4 flaps backwards. Sorry, just make sure I'm not going to hit my bar. Okay, so on those 4 flaps backwards, then we're going to go into another traveling time step. Now, what's a little more difficult with this one is you never go back on the heels. Okay, you're up for the whole time on this one. So you've got to really make sure you maintain that even rhythm. So here we go. We're going to start with that traveling time step on the right foot. go. You might want to practice that one. Just make sure when you do, you hear an even tone all the way through. You don't speed up that traveling time step. You don't speed up those flaps, either the front ones or the back ones. I like it because there is that change of weight with the traveling time step. I like it that you have to change your weight going forward with the flaps. You have to change your weight with the back flaps, and you have to jump right back in again with that traveling time steps. There's a lot of thinking in that one. All right, I hope you like that. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.